Metamorphosis in the life of a frog. Stage 1. The egg. Frogs lay their eggs in floating clumps, called a frog spawn. The eggs are layered in water or in wet places. Frog eggs start as a single cell. Thousands of eggs are normally laid at one time. They have a jelly-like covering that protects the eggs. Female frogs do not always stay and take care of the eggs once they are laid. The eggs develop slowly, with only some developing into adults. There are many predators that eat the eggs, such as ducks, fish, and insects. The gathering of cells in an egg will form an embryo, which lives off of its internal yolk. The yolk will supply the egg with nutrients for 21 days. Stage 2. The tadpole. After its 21-day development period, the embryo leaves its jelly shell and attaches itself to a weed in the water. This quickly becomes a tadpole, a baby frog. The tadpoles grow until they are big enough to break free into the water. This can take from 3 days to 3 weeks, depending on what kind of frog they will become. They eat very small plants that stick to larger plants in the water. These tiny plants are called algae. The tadpole has a long tail and lives in the water. During this stage, the tadpole faces many dangers, such as being eaten by other water animals. It is extremely vulnerable and must rely on its camouflage to protect it. Sometimes the pond dries up, and as a result, the tadpole dies. Stage number 3. Froglet. After about 5 weeks, the tadpole begins to change into a froglet. It starts to grow hind legs, which are soon followed with forelegs. Behind their heads, bulges appear where their front legs are growing. Their tails become smaller, and the wings begin to develop. These changes prepare the frog for its life on land. They begin to wiggle to the surface to breathe in air, and the tail becomes larger, which makes it now possible for the tadpole to swim. They eat plants and decaying animal matter. Some tadpoles eat frog eggs and other tadpoles. Over time, the tadpole becomes even more frog-like. They have shed their skin and lips, its mouth widens, and it loses its horned jaws. The tail becomes much smaller and the legs grow. The wings are almost functioning at this point. Stage 4. Adult frog. 11 weeks after the egg was laid, a fully developed frog with lungs, legs, and no tail emerges from the water. This frog will live mostly on land with occasional swims. The tiny frog begins to eat insects and worms. Eventually it will find a mate. The way this is done varies depending on the species. The female lays the eggs, the male fertilizes them, and the whole process begins again. And that is the life cycle of a frog.